Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good day. Have you ever tried painting? Whether you're attempting to paint an apple on a table, or paint a sublime and fiery landscape, or replication of another famous work, you know how tiring and time-consuming it can be. Coming up with an idea and an outline for what to paint can be such a tough task that it steers people clear of starting in the first place. Now imagine doing that 3 times in one piece of artwork. Congratulations, you've just painted a triptych. The triptych is a 3-panel painting, often used to tell a story or convey a spiritual journey. In the Northern Renaissance, which we'll be covering today, it was a popular format for altarpieces. The 3 panels typically represent different scenes or stages of a narrative, such as the Annunciation, the Crucifixion, and the Resurrection, or explore contrasts like heaven and hell. As Lynn Jacobs explains in her book Opening Doors, triptychs were often designed to open and close, inviting viewers to engage with the narrative on a deeper level. The format especially allowed for dynamic interactions between sacred and everyday life. Today, we'll be taking a close look at the significance of triptychs in the Northern Renaissance, and to do that, we'll be focusing on 3 masterpieces: the Marode altarpiece, the Garden of Earthly Delights, and the St. Columba altarpiece. These works represent a blend of religious themes, vivid realism, and detailed artistry, and are truly indicative of the era. First, let's start with the Marode altarpiece, painted by Robert Campin in 1427. This work is famous for placing the sacred Annunciation within a humble domestic setting, a stark contrast to typical religious scenes, thus highlighting the Northern Renaissance's focus on everyday life and personal devotion. According to the Met Museum, the left panel depicts the donors, connecting them directly to the divine action happening in the center. The panels are represented as different rooms, giving the viewer a sense of participation in the holy event, grounding the religious story in everyday life. The level of detail, such as the fine folds of fabric and reflective surfaces, showcase the Northern Renaissance's mastery of oil painting, allowing Campion to create a more lifelike and intimate atmosphere. As Susie Nash writes in her book Northern Renaissance Art, this attention to realism and light was crucial for engaging viewers and emphasizing the spirituality of ordinary life. Now, let's move on to the next step of our journey. Now, we will cover Hieronymus Bosch's Garden of Earthly Delights, painted somewhere between 1490 to 1510. This iconic triptych introduces a more fantastical approach. The central panel, depicting a surreal garden full of indulgence, contrasts sharply with the left panel's depiction of the Garden of Eden and the right panel's vision of hell. The difference in color, detail, and the realism can even impact the way the viewers feel as their eyes behold this artistic wonder. The Museo del Prado describes this triptych as a moral narrative that warns against earthly temptations, hence the name. Bosch's vivid colors and intricate details create a sense of immersion in each panel. As noted in a new take on Northern Renaissance art, Bosch pushes the boundaries of religious art, making his triptych not only a work of religious significance, but a reflection of human nature and Mother Nature. Last but not least, we take a look at Rogier van de Weden's St. Columba altarpiece, created in 1455. This altarpiece features the adoration of the Magi, a scene from the Bible, and focuses on bringing emotional depth to the sacred scene. The figures are painted with remarkable realism, which makes their emotions, such as awe and reverence, feel tangible to the viewer. Jacobs also notes that van der Weden's use of space and vibrant colors also draws attention to key figures which elevate their spiritual significance. Like the other two triptychs, the St. Columba altarpiece uses perspective and depth to create a sense of reality. This was important in the Northern Renaissance, where artists wanted to make the sacred feel as real and accessible as possible. What makes these triptychs so powerful and important is how they all blend storytelling, symbolism, and the Northern Renaissance's focus on detail. They either illustrate parts of a larger narrative, like in the Marot altarpiece, or take viewers on a journey, as seen in Bosch's Garden of Earthly Delights, which shifts from paradise to sin. According to the Journal of the Northern Renaissance, these triptychs use the format to convey complex ideas about morality, spirituality, and human nature. The use of oil paints allowed for the incredible detail seen in these works, creating a sense of realism that really drew viewers in. These paintings weren't just for religious reflection. They were crafted to engage the viewer, combining fine, detailed pieces and rich symbolism in order to do so. Triptychs from the Northern Renaissance, such as the marvelous paintings that were covered today, ultimately represent the heart of the era's artistic achievements. Through their use of vivid realism and intricate narratives, these works captured the complex relationship between the divine and the everyday. The use of triptychs, it seems, allowed artists to share their beliefs about religion and life, ignite a passion for art in Northern Europe, and tell tales that will remain for centuries to come. Thank you.